Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right. So, Virgos, we're going to do a little storytelling here for this week. And obviously, we've got these gorgeous peacocks behind me. So, I thought it might be kind of nice to do a story where it might be about beauty. It might be about, birds do a pretty elaborate, like, mating dance. But we could also have um, pretty strong sense of pride added in here. So let's just see. We have a messenger of coins in the reverse, and we have a four of coins upright. Not offering and holding back. I would say that's pride written all over this, unless there's a really valid reason, right? If there's a reason one person doesn't want to reach out to the other and the other one is holding back as well. Here's the thing. This person who's holding back with the Four of Pentacles, this has got to be an exhausting position to hold, right? He's up on point. I mean, amazing athlete, right? But how long do you think he can hold that pose? Even the best athlete. Can he do that for hours and hours? Can he do that for days? Can he do that for months? Probably not. So it's actually, I would say that if there is a divine masculine in this who's holding back, he's about to kind of like maybe have those those poor hamstrings and poor feet just start to wobble and not be able to hold back anymore. Meanwhile, if whomever possibly a feminine is who is not reaching out and making an offer, for whatever reason, it looks like it's way easier for them to do nothing than it is for this. This is like, I'm not offering anything, and this person is like, I'm holding myself back from reaching out. So it feels like one person is trying not to respond and the other one is not offering. So the way I would break it down is she's not going to send a message, period. And she really isn't. He is trying so hard not to respond to the last message, is what this feels like. Okay, so maybe we have some pride involved. I don't know. Let's look at the Four of Coins first. What is it that he's like, I'm holding back, I'm holding back? Ace of Cups in the reverse, Messenger of Wands. He's trying so hard not to feel emotion. He has tried so hard, especially there's all this passion, and he's in this moon and stars suit with a magic wand, the moon and the sun and the stars. So there's a huge amount of desire for the masculine and feminine, since we have the moon and the sun fused in this wand and a galaxy, suit that he's wearing. And this is the desire to move forward, the desire to move toward the person that they want, but they're trying to hold back from saying something, primarily because they don't want to give a love offer, or they don't want to feel the emotion. Which is it? Oh God, Two of Cups. Virgos. Come on, Virgos. Why you always gotta have the most complex stories? Um, I'm cracking up over here. So they don't want to feel the feels. I don't want this emotional, like, it's like they get gobbled up in the emotions if they let them in at all. So they've been trying to resist. It's like, have you ever tried to, like, if you've ever swum in like a river before and there's like little rapids and you think, well, those are just little rapids. I'll just, put my hand on one of the boulders, one of the rocks, and I'll just kind of walk across, and then you get like just mowed over by what you thought was just a little tiny stream of water. Like you had no idea, even little amounts of, seemingly baby rapids. Water has weight, it has mass, and it has freaking power. This character is kind of aware of that, and they're like, emotion has weight and it has power. And I don't want to reach out because I don't want to get sucked into the emotion. I don't want to give my emotion. This is a freaking Two of Cups. The World, the Justice. And then we have our Death card here. Part of the reason they're holding back is because they're petrified. Petrified. If they reach out, they'll get a final, like, I've moved on, you were bad to me, it's over, never speak to me again. They're petrified they're going to hear that. They're petrified she's already long gone in a whole different energy space. They, it's so weird. So they're holding back partly because it's such an enormous emotional experience for them if they do reconnect and reach out. But they're also holding back because with that enormous emotional surge that they know they'll feel, what if it's worst case scenario? What if they're told, I moved on, there's no balance between us, this was super unfair, and that's why I'm over it. Especially when they're knowing how important this connection is, they can't handle the idea of it being over, so they're holding back, which is really silly because, again, we can see why they're going to wind up having like wobbly jelly legs in just a minute. Because think of how much energy it is requiring them to like not just address what they need to. They're spending way more precious energy denying this, resisting this, than just rolling with it. Okay. Actually, we should change decks. Hold on. Nothing's come out, so it's perfect time to change. Tell me just about whomever will not be giving the feminine will not be reaching out. And when I say that, it doesn't have to be a female. It's just what we have on the card. So remember, these are always interchangeable. And frankly, since they both started out with pentacles, Virgo could be either. I will mention that we do have Libra, we have Capricorn, and Scorpio so far for our majors. But on her side, she will not be sending any message. But what's funny, with the Five of Swords in the reverse, and by the way, she's got kind of like a Joan of Arc vibe going on to her, but she's not trying to like martyr herself, sacrifice anything. She's also not, in battle garb. In fact, she's like, I would just never reach out to them because why would I? I don't invite drama into my life. Maybe she's under the impression, what do you mean that the last time that I said anything to them, I never heard anything back. Anyway, I don't want to fight with anybody. So of course I'm not reaching out. What on earth would I possibly say? I have no need to reach out. I'm not blocking. I'm not thinking even about like, ooh, I don't want to talk to them. They're thinking tremendously about her because of all this energy they're expending to make sure that they don't say word one. Wow. And on her side, we have the Two of Cups as well. But it's her looking at herself. She's in an energy of saying, of course, I'm not going to go chasing this person around, but I'm not expending any energy to try to sort through things. Wow, the Lovers and the Death card. She's not reaching out because in her mind, she already made an offer. They're the ones who have to accept it. They're the ones who have to transform whatever needs to be transformed. If there's going to be a shedding of the skin, if there's going to be a new anything, it's not on her to do this. She actually feels like, well, of course they're my Two of Cups, but I'm also not going to be reaching out. I already did that. What, you're going to chase somebody around with a, here, let me love you, let me love you. Just sit down long enough so I can hug you and love you and, make your life great. Nope. It doesn't matter even if because I think she already said, she knows she said everything that there was to say. She said, I loved you. That's it. What more am I supposed to do? You notice that she released the serpent, which has to do with truth. It has to do with Kundalini awakening. It has to do with transformation and change. It's funny how she got the Death card, and she also got the Lovers card, which has a serpent on it, which we would normally never see. So definitely, like, it's almost like a double Death card here, even though this is also the Lovers card. For her, she's like, it would have to be such a different scenario for this to ever work. I don't have to block anything or run from anything because they ain't coming toward me. I already made an offer. And if anything, she's like, yeah, just because sometimes you feel like it's a Two of Cups doesn't mean that person's going to be like accepting it, receiving it. And so sometimes that's it. You made the offer wasn't accepted, and you move on. We see her kind of like being reborn. We see her kind of like levitating in this, card. We see her kind of just like saying, it's okay, I can release it anyway. Because so many things would have to change, and none of them have to do with what I got to do. So I already said how my heart felt. I don't really need to say anything else. Why then? Why are they thinking that they're petrified about reaching out because they don't want to have to say and acknowledge this and say that they love her? They don't want to face that, even though they feel it and they get submerged in it, but they also have been petrified that it will, unless they're petrified that they would have to change, which is what she already said too. Yeah, so much would have to change, so it doesn't matter. But I think that they're petrified to find out that she's moved on because something was really unfair and it's over and they can't have another chance with her. Why would they think that? Queen of Swords, Two of Wands in the reverse. Because they know that she has good boundaries, and they know that she speaks true, and they know that she says exactly the way something is and exactly what she thinks. They also probably know that she's been matter of fact about all of it. Like, well, if they can't acknowledge what the connection is, then they can't be with me anyway. And if they really don't want to acknowledge this connection, then they really probably know that they can't be with her. But they think that it's already possibly too late, that she wouldn't give them a chance to like acknowledge it or change their minds. Look at this. There's the pride. Like their pride might have already blown this. But it's crazy because I don't see them doing a lot of change. They still don't want to have to address this, even though they know what it is. They're holding back so they don't have to say that they love their Two of Cups, but it's also because they fear the big submersion it, but they equally fear that she will have already said, I don't want you. Is it that they're petrified that they're going to say, I love you so much, this feels like a Two of Cups, and she's going to snort and be like, what? Oh, yeah, whatevs. It could be kind of along those lines. We have a King of Swords, a king and a queen. It's so weird because they're scared of like conflicting things. I don't want to say that I love her so much because I'm afraid what if she doesn't want me, but then I also don't want to say it because then it's so emotional and it's so consuming, and then like I want her to want me and say that she's we're obviously perfect for each other, but I don't want to have to acknowledge that we're perfect for each other, and this is a Two of Cups. This is like, whoa, simmer down. You're all over the place. Character, let's get our character to like just put their head on straight and just kind of take it down 7,000 notches. Character, what is it that you are going to do when your legs start to wobble too much to hold back anymore? What are you going to do? Because you're on the cusp of that judgment. Then they're going to go ahead and they're going to reach out. They're going to try a reconciliation. And what does that mean for them? Three of Wands. Oh, character, you're going to blow it. They're going to try reconciliation by still reaching out because they're going to succumb to it. But they're not going to say that I love you because they're going to still try to put that off as long as they possibly can. Still not going to acknowledge that I'm reaching out to you because I'm losing my mind without you. I want you so badly to tell me that you still want me, but I don't want to acknowledge the connection because it's too powerful. But then also, I want you to tell me how much you want me and how we're perfect for each other. And don't tell me that you've moved on. And I know this isn't fair, but no, it's not. It's not fair. Character, you're going to blow it. You're going to reach out and then try to slow walk actual reconciliation and meaning. So you're going to try to get her back, but you're not going to say anything with meaning. Do you really think that's going to work? I think that's been the problem with them all this time. So I don't know how that's going to work. Six of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. And they're like, well, yeah, because like, I have to start somewhere with the, trying to build balance and see little by little, does she want to talk to me? This person is freaking petrified to just lay themselves on the line. So they don't really have the courage to humble themselves for love, which of course, I mean, come on, we've got a backdrop with the I almost said the penguins, the penguin backdrop. um, oh my God, so much freaking pride. I don't know, maybe this will work though. Maybe this will work. Let's check in. We'll just check in one last time. They are definitely about to reach out in this fictional story. And what is our feminine going to do? Five of Wands. Probably stew over it a bit. Question what's their motive? What is it? What is it that they're doing? They're suddenly sending me this message out of nowhere. And it could be a huge shock. As shocking as a lion suddenly flying through a dark forest like Superman with one paw outstretched. I would be a little stunned if I saw that too. Two of Swords, and then she's just going to sit and, the Two of Swords has like a moth butterfly creature on it. I think she may sit and think about, okay, so they've just reached out to me. What exactly is it that they're reaching out for? Did they state what they wanted? They want a reconciliation for what purpose? Did they explain to me what they're looking for? Are they trying to transform something? Are they trying to get me to say, hey, yeah, awesome, we'll send each other Christmas cards once a year now? What is this about? With the Two of Swords, it's like I'm blocking everything until I have a better understanding of what this is. Four of Cups sideways, it's going to be freaking disappointing that they handle it this way, because I think she already laid herself on the line for them and then said, well, they can't really be in my life unless they transform everything. And this is them not having transformed. And I think she knows it. She's evaluating it that way. And it's like, well, that's freaking disappointing, but not the end of the world. I'm certainly not going to be reaching back out to them for the plan. They still don't have what it takes to actually just, and again, if they're not stating what they're coming toward her for, and they still can't address anything of meaning and consequence, I think with the Seven of Pentacles, she's like, well, they're still not done, and so I ain't hanging around. I got other fish to fry. I don't even know if she's going to respond to them if they operate that way, because it's like, you haven't shown me that anything's different, so why would I respond? Seven of Discs says, I don't know, maybe someday they'll actually be able to say something that matters. What is it that is going to possibly tick her off? Ace of Swords in the reverse, their utter lack of clarity. They're not, at least in their opening line, they're not saying anything of consequence. And I think she's not having any of it. Now, does this mean that they have to say just the right words, open sesame, before she'll give them the time of day? No, but I think that these two have enough history and they both already know what the scenario is. And again, what's been hinging on all of this is transformation. And if they try to come back in still not willing to say, this is what I'm here for. I'm here for you. I'm here because I want you, because I can't let you go. If they can't spill those words out of their lips, I think she's saying, I don't want somebody who can't tell me that I'm important. If you still can't tell me that this isn't any good, you got to tell me and you got to show me. And, this is just, it's a lesson instead of it being a Two of Cups. Maybe we're soulmates, but you're going to keep lying. I'm not going to enable you. I'm a safe space. You could tell me the truth about how you feel, but if you can't do it, you still want to lie, you can do that, but I'm not going to enable you. It really feels like she has an expectation. You come true, you come real, or don't come back until you're ready to do that. So I think for the time being, if they come in that way, she's not answering the call. Okay. Whew. I'm going to leave that one there. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up.